Today we will talking with Pakistan, Faiq and Daniyal from the band Tabahi. Welcome to Rock Mania.
Ora, Trashier, espero que todos os nossos fãs estejam indo muito bem no Brasil, amor do Paquistão.
How are you, man? How are you? It's an honor to be interviewing and discussing all of the things with you. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for calling us.
Faiq and Daniyal, in our radio program, in the radio station, we have a section called Rock Mania, around the world, which brings bands from the most varied places on earth. We speak a little about the bands and listen to a song. Now we decide to bring this section to the YouTube channel as well, doing interviews with members of these bands. Our first interview is with you. Tell us about the beginning of the band. How we start the band? It's from 2008, is it?
Yeah, Wender, thank you so much for it's an honor to be here and to share our journey with not only just you, for all of our fans from all over the world. We've just received so many love from the metalhead community, and I think it's very important that we also share our story. So again, Tabahi, our band name, is an Urdu language word which actually means destruction, and we're big fans of the Teutonic thrash metal legends like Destruction creators. We thought of naming the band the Destruction, just to be an ode to the legendary brand. So I'll talk about the journey that we started off with like underground metal gigs here in Pakistan. You don't get to see people promoting or making sure that metal is heard generally, because I think only 1% or 2% of people hear metal music in Pakistan. And if they hear metal music in Pakistan, they don't really get to appreciate it because it's not accepted in our culture, in our society, to hear music like that. So it was a very big challenge for just like two or three bands to like just start and play metal music. But we just kept it. We kept it rolling, even though there were like three or four people appreciating us. We just kept going, and the journey started from 2008 with some original members that were involved in the making of the band. But they all had to leave because, as you know, Pakistan is in a turmoil, and everyone is leaving Pakistan just to pursue their own interests, their education and stuff. So I was just left here with my other bandmate, which is Daniel. So we came up with a strategy that even though if we're not allowed to play music in our country and not play gigs in our country, we'll write original music, because I think that is very important, and that is all the struggles, all the challenges that we face in our country, in our city. We will write all the lyrics related to that. And that happened because when we released our debut album, which was released in 2014, so all of our tracks that you listen to, all of the lyrical themes that you listen to, that is literally us, because we go through all of that struggles and challenges. So we've penned it down to all of those tracks, and then we got really good feedback from the 2014 album. And then during COVID and the years back, like in 2014, and if you come to 2020, we wrote around 7-8 more songs. So we recorded all of those songs in COVID, post COVID, 2022, 2020 and 2021. And then again we released those songs because as I said, that there's not much support in our country, but we wanted that this music was actually missing, and this music had a global reach, because our reach again is very limited, but the metalhead community has a very global reach. So we wanted to reach to all of those people and make sure they hear our music, and also make sure that we're the only thrash metal band from the country. So we do want to portray Pakistan in a positive way as well, because all of the, yes, the situation is really bad, but we do want to make sure and promote Pakistan in a positive way through our music. And that's what music is, and that's what metal is.
And what is the lineup of the band nowadays? You, Daniel is the vocalist. Present the band for us.
Yeah, so I play guitars and I play lead guitars. Plays bass and he does the vocals as well. And we also have a drummer, but he's not joining us right now because obviously it's midnight. And the only thing that the questions that in the comments, I see, we see through all of the comments that where is the drummer? The drummer is missing, right? So we're a three-piece battle band, but the drummer is not missing. The only problem is the drummer cannot show his face, cannot show his identity because he's not allowed to be, on different channels associating himself with the music that he plays. So that's why the drummer doesn't represent Tabahi publicly, but hopefully you'll get to see him in our gigs.
The first official album, Tabahi, was released in 2014. Tell us about that times.
So every day in living in Karachi is like an inspiration for us because we are as I said, we are exposed to like snatching, robberies. Crime rate is very high in Karachi, especially if you Google Karachi. That is one of the most dangerous cities in the world, and also in Pakistan currently. So as I said, every day is an inspiration. Personally, I've been looted quite a few times. He's been looted quite a few times. So what we tend to do is we all have our day jobs as well, because music is what our passion is, but that cannot earn us bread and butter, right? We also have to support our families as well, right? So coming back to your question, the times were like these, and it's a bit better now, but we're still moving into that direction. So I think in the coming years, hopefully we hope for the best, that the situation will be much better. But obviously, living in Pakistan, even I'll tell you a funny story. Even you might have seen our song "Run for Your Life," right? And you might have seen us playing in the neighborhoods and kids enjoying that music, right? But it was a really big challenge for us to just get that video recorded, because we were getting threats, we were chased by a lot of people. There were different mobs that were like disturbing us, and it also gets really hard for us to shoot music videos, in metal music videos, specifically metal music videos in this city, because a lot of people have resentment against our music, and they don't allow that, because it's all like it's all noise to them, so they cannot relate to it. So, and that is one of the reasons you don't see drums in our videos, because if we want drums placed, and we want, really wanted that we should have our drummer sit in and like play these crazy fills, these thrash fills, and all those beats. But we cannot make sure to like shoot that, because drums are an expensive piece of equipment. If we are like shooting that, and anyone comes in and just throws all the equipment away, that's going to be a really hard struggle for us to like bring those finances back again to actually buy those new equipments. So yeah, it's a big challenge, and there is no support in such as such from our country to support music, and generally and specifically metal music.
So you need the internet to spread your music to the world.
Yeah, I think that's the best part of the metal, is that metal chooses you. Metal unites. Metal defines no borders. Music in general has no language, and they don't really. And all of the comments that we were saying, they were coming from all over the world. So I think globally, the metalhead community is so supportive that they were like, okay, you're from, we understand, because a lot of people commented that they're thrashers, they claim to be thrashers, but they don't have long hair. So we told them that it's not respected in our society to have long hair. We cannot grow our hair long. If I grow my hair long, I would be like thrown out of my job. because we cannot keep long hair in our society. So that's the struggle that we like face on a regular basis. We even don't have any physical CDs of the legends that we like praise to, and all of those like early Metallica. So we want their CDs, we want to support them in any way possible, but we cannot get their CDs in our local store shops. So internet again is a blessing, YouTube generally, and some of our friends who are outside, so I tell them to bring all of these patches that you see on my
Uh-huh.
jacket. So this jacket, and Daniel's jacket as well. This is called a battle jacket. So it took us almost 2 years just to complete this battle jacket. So you can
Uh-huh.
imagine. So yeah, it's a struggle, but we tend to make our ways because music is our passion, and metal music and thrash is our passion. We want to make sure that our music is heard throughout the world. So one of the songs from our next album, which is called Politics, that is specifically not just related to the politics in Pakistan, but generally about the world as well. How the world leaders influence other people to, like make their decisions, and how that the society is controlled by all of these politicians. So that is one of the songs that we've already released. Run for Your Life is again a sad a story about like living in not only just in Pakistan, but a lot of people have related to this as well, because every country, every city has its own challenge, right? So
Mhm.
you literally have to run for your life to actually
Mhm.
make it in the life that you want, the best
Mhm.
for it. So that is one of our songs, and the other one is called Survive or Die. And again, it's on the basis of the same theme that we were trying to promote it. So we sat down and we broke down the lyrics about like a freedom fighter, making sure that whatever he can do for his country, for his city, for his family, whatever that he wants, he will do it. And he will have just two options: either he will survive, or either he will die. So that's how we want to, that's how the lyrics goes in our album. So yeah, I just want to add into this as well, because one of the songs that we released in our debut album, Tabahi, which was called Virgin Bomber. So it got a lot of like eyeballs from the different the global head metal community, and even in our country as well, because at that time in 2014, Pakistan was a hub of suicide bombings, and there were almost around I think in 2014 4,000 or to 6,000, even 7,000 people were killed just because of suicide bombings in Pakistan. So that song we wrote, in the lyrics that you will see, we actually wrote how the people that do suicide bombing, how do they influence, how do they brainwash their minds, and like just for the sake of religion. Because in our religion, which is Islam, we don't promote violence, we don't promote hatred, we don't promote suicide bombings, but it's depicted in a way that we do support all of these things. So again, it will have some of these topics, but we're trying to portray a positive image, not just only Pakistan, but also our religion as well, because our religion is actually depicted that like we're extremist, we're like where we hate everyone, but it's not like that. In our
Mhm.
religion, it's peace, it's harmony. That's what our religion preaches.
Mhm. Haven't you place to play a concert?
So yeah, that's what the situation here in our country and in Pakistan is, that you don't get to play. There are a lot of gigs or concerts that happen because Pakistan in generally right now, there are a lot of EDM groups or a lot of pop bands that are doing
Pop.
concerts, but metal is not appreciated in the society, because you know how thrashers are, you know how our gigs are, like people get wild, they want to like mosh and release out all of their frustrations and to the music that we're playing. We don't get permissions, we don't get a lot of support from the community, so we haven't really played live in the last 10 years. Can you imagine that in our
Mhm.
city? And there are a lot of people, there are a lot of fans from Pakistan that wants to see us live, but there is no support. We finance the band on our own. We do the recordings on our own. We shoot the music videos and edit the music videos on our own. So this is all of the, because I have a day job, he also have a day job. So this is all the finances are putting into the passion, and that passion needs the only thing, the only hope that we have for
Mhm.
Tabahi is that our music and the struggles and the challenges that we face, our music should be heard across the global head community. That's what our vision
Mhm.
is.
And Daniel sings in English, is it?
Yes, yes, yes. In English
Uh,
language, yes.
English is the universal language.
Yeah, but some of our songs are in Urdu language.
In your language, some songs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
there is this one song which is again a thrash banger, just like Run for Your Life. It's called Hona Hai.
Hona
Hona
Hai.
Hai is called something which is about to happen. So it's called
Mhm.
Hona Hai. So
Hona
that
Hai.
was again written in Urdu, and he also sung in Urdu. But hopefully, in our next albums, you will get to hear two or three more Urdu numbers as well.
This album will be launched this year.
So our next song, which is called Kingpin, is going to be released on 18th Feb, and the album is going to be released in probably in August.
August.
So we're
Uh-huh.
really excited, and we're happy, and we're just really excited to share our
Uh-huh.
music. So we're in talks with a few distribution companies throughout the world that are willing to produce our music and distribute our physical CDs throughout the world as well. So we're currently in talks, but nothing has been decided yet. But there are a lot of people who are, like, who hear our stories, who hear
Mhm.
our challenges, and they want to support in the best way possible as they can. So we're in talks. It will not just be a physical CD, it will be cassettes, it will be LPs, vinyls, merch, hopefully. So yeah, a lot of
Mhm.
things are in the pipeline for Tabahi.
Uh-huh. What are the coolest things that exist in Pakistan?
I would say Tabahi because Tabahi is the coolest thing ever, isn't it?
Tabahi. Yeah.
But Pakistan is generally, like, in the headlines and in the news, you hear all the negative things about Pakistan. But in general, people and a lot of people that a lot of international or like foreigners who come to our country, they get like a lot of respect from the community because Pakistani people in general are very heartwarming. And one of the so we live in Sindh, which is which also in Sindh and
Province.
province, which is called Sindh. And the city that we live in is, it's called Karachi. And
Karachi.
you can also go through Arabian Sea also connects with Karachi as well, so we also have a beach in our city. But if you go to the north side of Pakistan, it's one of the cities is called the Switzerland of Pakistan. So it's not been explored yet a lot, but there are a lot of people and a lot of foreigners who actually know that this beauty exists in Pakistan. And but it's just that the people and the political issues and the the Talibanization issues that we face, a lot of people are like they don't get to see the real Pakistan.
And do you have a place to rehearse?
Yeah. So to practice, yes, do have
Studio.
our home studio, our own
Mhm.
house. I
Great.
have my home studio built up in my little room. So we record our own music, we record our own jams. But as I said, that there are a lot of difficulties that we face on a regular basis. Like we don't have electricity for 12 hours, so we have to jam on a specific time, like for
Mhm.
an hour or an hour, uh, almost an hour. And even for recording the vocals, we do have a specific time for it. Like we have 20-15 minutes, because if the electricity goes, then we'll not be able to record the vocals. So yeah, it's a challenge.
Do you have contact with your fans in other countries?
Yeah, so I think we've gotten a lot of love and appreciation from our Brazilian fans, our Brazilian thrashers, because I think Brazil is a hub of metal music. I remember when I was exposed to Sepultura, I'm a big fan. Yeah, I'm a big
Uh-huh.
fan. So we're really thankful to all of our Brazilian fans because even they want to support it any way as possible. And even if you go through our all posts on our Facebook, on our Instagram, they literally want Tabahi to play in their country, which is Brazil. So we're
Mhm.
just hoping and praying, and like even not just only Brazil but also South America. So that's what we're
Mhm.
planning to do, right? Not only just South America but Europe. So a lot of fans are also coming in from the US. So we're just we're just three guys, like sitting in a room miles and miles away from all of you guys, and we get to hear comments like you guys are playing better than Metallica. So
Uh-huh.
we're like, okay, okay, we're
Uh-huh.
gonna respect that because Metallica is an inspiration for us. But yeah, man, it's overwhelming, the support that we got, not only just from Brazil but also from all the parts of the country. And we were just seeing this comment a while back that there were some people who commented on our YouTube channel that they are listening to our music in Ukraine. So we were like,
Mhm.
damn, that's what the beauty of music is. That's what
Mhm.
the beauty of metal is. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
just the music, man. That's what inspires us to like create more music and release more music.
And do you have plans to play in the future in other countries, play in Brazil maybe?
Yeah, that's what our vision is, man. That's what our vision is because we want our music to be heard because it's just the music that we're providing them with, right? But they haven't seen our performances. We are a beast at performances and, like interacting with the fans and giving them a really good time, giving them the time of their lives because thrash and music is all about playing live. And that's what we are now focusing on, and we're in talks with a lot of different booking agents that they
Mhm.
want to like book us for different countries, and maybe a tour is also planned hopefully in the coming months. So the plan is that for now the plan is that we'll release a few music videos and our album, and to promote that album we will start touring probably in mid of the year.
And do you have fans in your city, in your country, in Pakistan?
I think we do have fans. Yes, we do have fans, but they're just, I think very few, very few.
Very
Almost, I
few.
think 4 or 5% of the people. Even so even at my workplace, a lot of people know that I play guitars. I have a, like a thrash metal band, but they're not fan of that music. So they respect that
Mhm.
I do play guitars,
Uh-huh.
but they do not respect my music.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a bit like a disappointing, but we have fans, we have people like you, we have people from all over the world. So I think that's what our vision is. I think Tabai, what we're trying to do is we're trying to inspire other musicians because we know a lot of people, we know a lot of musicians who are big fans of metal music, but they don't play metal music because they're not appreciated in the society. But we're trying to break that like barrier, that change,
Mhm.
and bringing those and the comments that we get from the society. A lot of people have now in our country have now started reaching out to us as well, that we also want to play metal music, how we can, and we want to support them as much as we can. So
Mhm.
in a way, Tabai is trying to promote metal here in Pakistan as well and inspire the young ones.
Faiq and Daniel, can you help me and give me a name of one band from a country that people can think, oh, there's a band of metal from this country. Can you tell to me some bands to I do a new interview?
Yeah, sure. So there are a lot of bands that we aspire to, and they do have the same story that we have. So there are some bands from India that are
India.
doing pretty good, and you can search for Cryptos. They have been playing thrash metal music since the 80s in India, and they have played back in festivals and different festivals in Europe as well.
Mhm.
So they're really, like the torch bearers of thrash in India currently right now.
I will search for them. Faiq and
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure for me to be talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, Vander. And thank you so much for all of the people who have listened to our conversation. We cannot wait to share more music with all of you soon. And thank you for taking out the time for all of these amazing questions. And thanks for all the support and love for all of our Brazilian fans. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Amor do Paquistão, amor do.